Odell got the last laugh. He beat Norman in coverage.
Yes, sir.
Game-tying touchdown.
Yes, sir.
His best AI
And walked over
pressure.
and stepped over the homie too. Yes, sir. Okay, let me stop.
Over Norman.
Good. Dirt Night Gang in this thing. Gang. Yeah, bro. Today I'm doing a video from Nonstop Sports. This one right here is titled 10 Craziest Fights in NFL History. Hey, this video is about to be fire. Listen, you guys already know. If you played football before, you already know. Your testosterone, everything is just going. You feel me? Your testosterone and you just, you hyped up, bro. You hyped up. So yeah, you know, fights happen. I was involved in a team fight. I kind of started it. It is what it is. But listen, man, I'm ready up to this video. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. You already know what's up. Let's enjoy ourselves. Video's going up hella late today. It is what it is. Let's all enjoy ourselves, man. Let's go.
Blood boils in the game of
My
football.
boy.
That's just the way it is. Sometimes things get out of hand, and fans are given absolute treats of insanity and violence. Here's the top 10 craziest fights in NFL history. Myles Garrett versus Mason Rudolph.
This was
Arguably
last year.
the craziest moment in football history. Late in a game on Thursday night between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns, Myles Garrett hit quarterback Mason Rudolph. Rudolph took exception to the hit and grabbed Myles' face mask. The two scuffled on the ground and fought back up to their feet when Garrett yanked Rudolph's helmet off.
And tried
Mason
to kill that nigga
refused
with
to
it.
back down, regardless of the
Crazy.
struggle between them. Then the legit craziest thing ever happened.
Yeah.
Garrett used Rudolph's own helmet and bashed him in the head with it.
He said,
There wasn't a jaw left undropped.
He said, I'm trying to take your head off.
Everyone stood frozen in shock.
Yeah, I was shocked too.
Greatest best friend, Marquise Pouncey. Pouncey, just like the name, pounced on Garrett. He attacked with vicious rights and kicked him in the head. The
I'm not mad
NFL's
at him.
malice in the palace was worth the price of admission. Both benches cleared, and it took several minutes to settle it down. The helmet smash was heinous and could have severely injured Rudolph or any other player. The NFL did not take it lightly, suspending Myles Garrett for the remainder of the season. Pouncey, our NFL Homeboy of the Year, was suspended 3 games for the action, and we'll never forget this one. I can promise you that. Odell Beckham Jr. versus Josh Norman. Speaking.
Listen, man. Odell gonna come back next season and he gonna ball out. I don't care about none of that. It seems like he always got hurdles he gotta climb. Odell, you my guy. Come on, cuz.
Two guys who just don't like each other. The beef of Odell.
You already
Beckham
know. I already
Jr.
told you
and
how
Josh Norman
I met Odell. We was kicking it for like
Part
a
of what
minute.
made Josh Norman great was a huge chip on his shoulder, and for that same reason, he hated OBJ and his princess upbringing as a first-round pick. Norman and other Panthers ran around pre-game with a bat, swinging it around and trying to intimidate the Giants. This pissed off Beckham and set the tone for the rest of the game. Regardless of the integrity of the game, what happened next was awesome. Every play, it seemed like the cameras were cutting from the play to focus on the real action. Norman and OBJ getting into it. Every run was a chance to watch these guys go to.
Why you gotta show him drop? You can't show him get the touchdown though?
As did the drama in the game. One time Norman would get the better. The next time OBJ would handle Norman to the ground. They traded blows. On 4th and 2, Beckham caught a pass for a first down. Norman slung him to the ground and sprawled on him. As he got up, Beckham tried to trip him, earning the first of 6 personal fouls called upon them. In the third quarter, Odell went on a headhunt for Norman. Not once, but
yeah, I remember this.
twice in a play, rocking him with a bad cheap shot. Norman had officially thrown Odell off of his game, living in his head. The next round, Norman blasted Odell. However, it began to look like OBJ and the Giants were gaining their composure. They fought back from 28 points down. On 4th and 5, game on the line, Odell got the last laugh. He beat Norman in coverage.
Yes, sir.
Game-tying touchdown.
Yes, sir.
His best AI
And walked over
pressure.
and stepped over the homie too. Yes, sir. Okay, let me stop.
over Norman. The two still.
No, I like Josh Norman, bro.
This was just the start of an awesome rivalry.
I like Josh Norman. I'm not gonna lie. That shit just fire though. Seeing them both going at it.
Complete opposites. AJ Green is the reserved, silent killer at receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals. Jalen Ramsey is one of the game's best trash talkers and a lockdown corner for Saxonville at the time. It didn't take long for Ramsey's words to get under the skin of the mild-mannered receiver. Every play, he was pushing Green and calling him soft. Green just couldn't get going, getting physically shut down, and mentally, it looked like Ramsey was all in his head. Green started yapping back, calling him weak after he caught a ball that quarterback Andy Dalton pushed too far outside. With only one catch in the first half, Ramsey continued to talk and push. However, it was one push too many as he shoved AJ Green and walked off. AJ came up behind Jalen and put him in a rear naked choke, choking him to the ground. As soon as he hit the ground, Green rocked Ramsey with multiple rights and slammed him back down as he got up. It's one of the most surprising moments from Green, who just
got your head all
AJ
day.
Green continued to hammer Ramsey until the two teams intervened. Both were ejected from the game. Cortland Finnegan versus Andre Johnson.
I remember this.
You know, corners and receivers really don't like each other, do they? Speaking of silent...
Hey, bro, so far, this video is extremely well done. You dope, bro.
Andre Johnson was one of the league's strongest and most physical receivers. Cortland Finnegan was the league loudmouth. Round 1, fight. After 2+ plays of physical blocking, Finnegan's helmet flung off. To get revenge,
doesn't he like kind of try to throw it at him or something?
Made it his mission to get after Johnson. Andre turned him around and snatched his helmet off his head, and we're off. As he was hitting Finnegan, Finnegan got a tug of Johnson's face mask and ripped his helmet off, launching it 20 feet away. Big mistake, buddy. Andre Johnson spun him down and began wailing on him. Overhand right after overhand right after overhand right. The two ended up getting separated, but sheesh. Winner and new middleweight champion of the world, Andre Johnson. Cortland Finnegan learned a valuable lesson that day. Talib versus Michael Crabtree. These guys hated each other. It all started with a chain. Michael Crabtree was known for wearing a chain in every game. That, for some reason, Talib just didn't like. In 2016, Talib decided to do something about it. He snatched the chain right off Crabtree's neck. On the sidelines, Talib was joking about it, reenacting the action. Crabtree didn't respond on that day. He took the high road, but he did say he didn't like Talib. In the next meeting, he taped the chain. Talib was trying to make a point. Crabtree came in with a plan, and it only took the first drive to put it in motion. As Crabtree blocked Talib, Aqib took the liberty of removing the chain from Crabtree once more. This time, Crabtree didn't hold back. He viciously blocked Talib into oblivion, shoveling him into the dirt along the sidelines. He knocked over other players, chain gang, and equipment guys in his way. The gloves were off, and a chain too. Talib ripped Crabtree's helmet off of him before heaving it right back at him. The helmet nearly hit multiple people, and both teams cleared their bench. It was like the end of an action movie. The two main characters fought separately and armies. They swung wildly at each other. We never really got to see the boxing match, so we're still waiting on the pay-per-view. Steve Smith versus Malcolm Jenkins. Steve Smith will be known for two things: the best little guy in the NFL and an obnoxiously awesome trash talker. You don't spit as much as Smith and not get into your fair share of fights. First, Steve Smith embarrasses Saints corner Jabari Greer on a jump ball, tossing him away like garbage as he scampered into the end zone. Apparently, it hurt Roman Harper's feelings. To get even, Harper hit Smith with a blatant cheap shot after he scored. A brawl broke out almost immediately, but the best part is Steve Smith didn't even get involved yet. He boasts and celebrates, beating on his helmet. Then Smith ran to the first guy he found, who happened to be Malcolm Jenkins. In one of the most hardcore moves ever, Smith grabs Jenkins by the face mask, pulling him around like a mean nanny pulls around a spoiled 8-year-old. He hoisted Jenkins in the air and slammed him back to the ground chokeslam style as the two teams pile on the action. After manhandling Jenkins, Smith casually separated himself from the sea of bodies. Don't tug on Superman's cape, and don't mess with Steve Smith. Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore. Marshawn Lattimore is the world's expert on stopping Mike Evans. Evans' size, speed, and strong hands make him nearly unguardable.
Yeah,
but Lattimore
like 6'5"
dominates their biannual meetings. Maybe that frustration got to him on this occasion. Lattimore and Jameis Winston were arguing near the sideline.
What did you call Jameis Winston? I'm not even gonna care, but you butchered his name.
And then pointing at Lattimore before he started shoving him with his finger. Lattimore turned around and shoved him back. They were jawing when Mike Evans blindsided Lattimore, coming from out of nowhere. Laid out, Evans went to the ground and pounded Lattimore, but then he's blasted by another Saints.
You don't mess with a quarterback, bro. You don't mess with a quarterback.
Defender with rescue. A Pier 6 brawl.
Everybody know
from
that.
The sidelines. For a moment, absolute bedlam covered the TV
Everybody
screen.
go to war for the quarterback.
Head coach Sean Payton is seen halfway across the field berating and pointing at the Bucs sidelines. Players had to be separated. The blood between Evans and Lattimore still hasn't settled in 2020. Just a few weeks ago, they were at it again, and we're all here for it. Buddy Ryan and Kevin Gilbride. Finally, we get a little coach-on-coach action. Buddy Ryan was the defensive coordinator for the 1993 Houston Oilers, where Kevin Gilbride was the offensive play caller. Buddy is one of the most colorful characters in the history of the NFL. He became known for the 46 defense, but mainly just being insane. On national television, the Oilers jumped to a 14-0 lead and were driving again. Way too aggressive. Gilbride called a play that led to the quarterback fumbling. Buddy was a huge critic of Gilbride's offense, mocking the run and shoot as the chuck and duck. As they came off the field, Ryan had words for Kevin. He clearly muttered back, and Ryan only got louder. In a bizarre moment, up 2 touchdowns on a winning team, Buddy channeled his Evander Holyfield and jabbed Gilbride with a strong right hand. Gilbride was stunned, and before he even got to react, Oilers players separated the two.
Yeah, I was about to say, he didn't do nothing.
NFL could talk about. The feelings never faded. Buddy said that Gilbride will be selling insurance in 2 years. Well, Buddy didn't get along with too many anyway. Joey Porter versus Willie Green. This fight couldn't even wait until the opening kickoff.
I already know. If a dude hits you and everybody separates it, you know how you feel. You just like, ooh.
Joey Porter got the pregame trash talking going early. He crossed the 50-yard line, which is frowned upon during warm-ups, ripping Browns players as they came out the tunnel. Well, he finally ran up on the right guy, William Green, as the Browns runner started jawing back. Green got into Porter's face, who then spit in Green's eyes. Green retaliated with a massive headbutt, and ding-ding, it was on. Joey Porter threw a haymaker with the left, gashing William Green's lip. Green tossed a hard right and missed before another Browns player came up and caught a punch from Porter. For a brief moment, Porter and Green went mano-a-mano. They both connected multiple times before the other players broke it up. The NFL ejected both of them before kickoff. Joey Porter backed up his psycho antics with a hard left. The punch also paved the way for the Steeler legend, James Harrison, who started in Porter's place that game. Albert Haynesworth versus Andre Gurode. This one is more of a manslaughter than it is a fight, as the Cowboys stomped into the end zone.
Wait.
Albert Haynesworth.
Hold the fuck up. Did he just say the homie, since he got in this fight,
who paved the way for the Steeler legend, James Harrison?
So the dude got in the fight. He sat out. James Harrison got it. And he ain't never got a spot back. The fight wasn't worth it, bro.
That game. Albert Haynesworth versus Andre Gurode. This one is more of a manslaughter than it is a fight. As the Cowboys stomped into the end zone, well, Albert Haynesworth decided to stomp on something else. Center Andre Gurode was at the bottom of the pile when Haynesworth kicked him with his helmet on. His helmet fell off and exposed Gurode to Haynesworth's next act, stomping his head into the turf. One of the most savage moments in sports history. Gurode laid there in the fetal position, covering up, as his teammates came to the rescue, scuffling with Albert near the goal line. Gurode emerged with a crimson mask. The doctors rushed to clean him up. Haynesworth's barbaric decision took 30 stitches on the top and bottom of Andre's right eye to seal up. Haynesworth was immediately flagged, and in the middle of the frustration and scuffle with other Cowboys players, he slammed his own helmet on the ground. Haynesworth was ejected for the game and given the longest suspension for an on-field incident at the time, 5 games.
Nah, bro, I don't know. You probably should have been. They probably should have released
Luckily,
you, bro.
Gilbride
That's
didn't
insane.
have any long-term injuries from the incident.
That's
so,
good.
There you guys have.
Bro, that last one was absolutely insane. What is wrong with you? Okay, I ain't got no excuse. I don't know. Bro, you need to go check into that mental hospital, cuz. Great video. Great video from the homie. This was, yeah, man. These are some crazy fights, man. But like I said, you know, your testosterone and everything is going. Nah, I don't care. That does not give the last dude an excuse. This dude is insane. I will see y'all next time. Shout out to the gang. Everybody stay up. Peace.